Okay, this is your man B More Rockets on 187, just hanging out, playing around. So excited as you can hear the missus in the background because I stumbled on in my post pre slumber a video from the Midnight Man, and shout out to that guy because he did, without this trick, I would not know how to do what I'm doing right now. What you see on the screen is the culmination of trying to get my face, this little thing that you see here, in a frame without any background. Now, I found out how to do that, and that was with the green screen chroma, a green screen. Okay, so if I go into the settings here, if I go into the filters and I turn off this, you'll see behind me there's a big green screen. Now, I'm going to switch the scene so that you actually see what it is that you're seeing. Um, because, yeah, this is. Oh, shoot. Did I turn it off? Did I left it off? Yeah. I'll go back into the filters. I'm sorry. Turn it back on. Woo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go. I disappear back into the background. Now, um, I'm going into full cam. There we go. All right. So, this is the full camera. Um, the green screen behind me is this right here. This is a great big, that green. Let me turn the filter off again. Oh, I don't have it on here. That's fine. But yeah, you can clearly see full cam. Full cam, you don't have it on here? I don't have a filter on the full cam. I don't have the filter on the full cam. But the OBS software is saying, hey, you have full cam on here, buddy. Okay, cool. But this is a green screen. It is a huge green screen that's sitting behind me. I am going to change that. I'm going to get one that fits on the back of the chair, and that's going to be it because, we need to have that versatility. Now, back to what we were doing. See, that's the problem with what I. This is why you're still in the learning phases, trying to get everything, trying to tweak it. And I heard that if I hold control, oh no, what the hell? Oh, bollocks! I changed the scene. Yeah. All right, cool. Is it control or is it alt? I don't know, but control, and if I click this, I can shrink. Yeah, I can shrink myself down. So that's what I'm going to continue to do. That down, 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 down. All right, cool. So I'm gonna put myself up here in the upper right corner and double click. I made myself a little bit smaller. The scenes change. You see that? Okay, cool. That's it. So right here, this is the leg. All right. So what I have right here is an iPhone 11 that you can clearly see, and using the software program Camo Studio, it is free. Um, Only thing I did was actually started it up and added the camera. So I don't know do I need it on? I don't need it on. Is it running in the background? Probably is running in the background. Yes, it is running in the background because it is connected to my computer and doing what it needs to do with OBS. Now, the reason I'm telling you all this stuff is because nobody told me. Um, yeah, this is crooked. It's a little bit crooked. It's a little crooked. I don't know. So make it straight. Yeah, no. Yeah, this is straight. That's not. Okay, this is straight. All right, so I got my mouse here. It's kind of in. It's not in the way, but it's kind of in the way. If I turned off my studio mode, this is the stream that I get, and this is what you see. What you see is what I see. Oh, the watermark. I never noticed that. We gotta get rid of that. I don't like the watermark on this, but it's probably because you gotta pay for it if you want to get rid of the watermark, and it's one of those things. I don't know how bad it is. We'll see. Oh, you know what? I think my face was covering that watermark. We might have to go back down, my guy. The little power button. So let me move my face. Nope. Head straight down there. Open. face over the watermark, you never know it was there. Anyway, now, what were we doing? We were doing, let's see, as we are, how many minutes into this video? We have been recording for about 5 minutes, and I've done nothing but nonsense. But our patient today is the Samsung A15 5G. One of my regular clients, her partner that she does dispatch for, has a towing company, and he gets into some snags with his stuff. So, you know, I always end up getting. Can I zoom in a little bit? I don't know. Do I need to zoom in? We'll get to that. Phone's damaged. Comes to me. I get it fixed and back up and running through Baker's Technology, because that is the name of my company. Go to bakerstechnology.com. You can see what I've done, what I do, and you know, it's just what I've been passionate about. I've always liked helping people, and in doing so, I made a business out of it. My first client was my cousin Sharita, and only thing I think I did with her laptop was swapped her hard drive for a solid state. So, because it was older and it was slow, and she was afraid that she was going to start losing stuff. And that's the most common thing you can do to a computer, is to, you know, swap your hard drive for a solid state for a boot drive. You don't have to have a great big boot drive, but if you don't have space to have 2 hard drives in your laptop, like some laptops nowadays have space for a solid state and an a SATA drive. Yeah, jeez, IDE is old as crap. It's older than some people that's probably gonna be watching this video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out a laptop that has that functionality real quick. You can sit right here. The reason I want you to see what I'm talking about, so that you can understand. Where is my screwdriver? I just had it. I just saw it. Where is it? Haha, I buried it. All right, so the reason I'm showing you this, because, you know, people say, well, what's the difference between a SATA and an SSD? I'm going to show you, young man or young lady. Even though that was a young man that was asking the question just now. And this is a very old screwdriver. You can tell by the charging port. That charging port is like micro USB. Nobody uses that anymore. Nope, don't pop out. I need you to come off, though. So, come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Pop. Up. Thank you. Escar, because, you know, it'll always remind you of what I did to you. Alright, so this particular computer is a powerhouse. I think this is a Lenovo ThinkPad. And as you can see, it's running an i7. Has a little color thing. This computer needs to be repaired as well. You see the keys are messed up on it, but I did have it up and running. It has RAM, but it didn't have enough RAM, so I added RAM to it because I had RAM to add. And this one in particular has 2 solid state SSD M.2 stick type hard drive, and the type of drive that will go into that slot is one of these guys. You know, this is a 128 gig solid state. So if your laptop has one of these slots in it, you can just drop this in there. It slides into a slot. This computer doesn't have the actual connection to make it, but there are ways to get it up and running. He's running a regular mechanical drive right here. This is the connector that goes to that, and then he would have a separate connector for the M.2 to go into, and it'll connect. And you can boot off of this guy, and this is like make it super fast, and still use your regular mechanical drive for storage. So yeah, that's what I do. with my cousin Sharita's computer. I swapped it out for a SATA SSD, and she wrote me a check. I took that check to Bank of America, and I started my business account with Bank of America. Got my EIN number because the guy there was like, dude, it's not enough black people out here doing what you do. I'm glad to see somebody actually stepping into that role. And I think I got 2 other clients that day in the bank after they heard what I was doing, because they had old stuff that they wanted to keep because it had sentimental value with the pictures on it. It had old recipes. One lady, I remember, she had an old desktop, and the grandkids would come over and they play on it, and they would gum it up with Roblox or Minecraft, and it's literally always those two. If you're not playing those games regularly, that you don't have all the ads, and or you haven't installed it to the point where you didn't get it with all the fillware, bloatware, then that game kind of drags on all the resources of your computer. And that's what most of my clients, their issue is, oh my gosh, my computer is slow. I don't know why. Well, grandkids playing on it? You got anybody in the house that plays video games? Oh yeah, my grandkids come over and play all the time, and yada yada yada, blah blah blah, yakety schmackety. Well, guess what, Grandma? You being the nice grandma and all, your computer is filled, slowing down with the stuff that they have going on in that game. So, you know, if you have to uninstall the if you have to uninstall and then reinstall it, and make sure that you're not taking a whole bunch of bloatware with you when you do the installation, then I recommend you do that by all means, because that'll help get your computer back up to up and running. If you need a computer, you can always go on bakerstechnology.com. Speaking of which, I need to go in there and get that also. So if people put in Baker's Tech, it'll still pop up. That's all SEO stuff for Google that I'm going to be worrying about down the road. Yes, I did not open this up until just now because I just got it out of the car that I had it in, because I was going to do this another day, and I forgot. And it was in the car all night, and yeah. Bottom line is, I didn't have it with me, so I couldn't do it. This is simple. It's a very large box. They give you the little cheap tools. Rarely use them. Tempered glass. I don't know how many sheets they give me. One tempered glass sheet, and then this whole. Oh, this is the whole frame. So this is getting ready to be an easy fix, my guy. Why whole frames are easy fixes? Because you don't have to worry about nothing. Like, this whole thing is the body of the phone. Like, I'm going to take all your guts and put it in here. The only problem is probably going to be the battery, because it's stuck down by this adhesive. It's like 6 strips right there, but I got something fat. My trusty goof off. This stuff is amazing. Except, it's like fingernail polish remover. If you get it everywhere, guess what? Your finger's going to turn white. Everything's going to be messed up. But I'm a professional. Don't try this at home, kids. No. As a matter of fact, ignore that statement. Try it at home, kids. If you got the capability and skill set that you feel like, oh yeah, I could do what he's doing, then by all means, do it. Take the chances on yourself. Bet on yourself. Do what you need to do to start a business like this, because what happens is it doesn't take business away from me, because I may not be where you are. If you're watching this, you may live in East Baltimore. I'm all the way in West Baltimore in Owings Mills, and some kids, they're like, oh yeah, I could do this. I could start my own little business. You can start it out the back of your mama's car. You can start it in your basement, your garage, doing tech fixes and screen replacements. And as long as you know how to get your parts, and if you know how to Google, you can get your parts, then that's the only thing you got to worry about, is keeping your inventory, keeping, setting up your business so that people understand what you do, where you are, how to get in touch with you. and how to get the services. Now, the way you get paid is the way you're going to get paid. However you set that up, that's how you set it up. I'm not here to give you all that information. Not yet, anyway, because I'm not, and I'm just telling you what I do. Um, it's a business, so you wanna make sure that you're doing everything legal, and until the right to repair is abolished in Maryland, I'm going to continue being a hardware technician, doing consultations and offering services to resolve the issues that come across my emails. And putting on the screen protector. Why did I put the screen protector on before they got the rest of the phone working? I don't know if the screen is going to work. Yeah, you're right. I don't know if the screen is going to work. But the point is, I actually have it so that I can go ahead and do what I need to do with this piece of equipment now. Oh no, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. Yeah, there we go. You know what? Can I see? That's cool. Studio mode. No, turn that off. Yeah, I can. Can I shrink this down? Can I scale this up? I can scale this up. I can do the output. Yeah, that's big. Oh, that's nice. That's massive. Let me go back out to scale to window. I need this window to be a little bit bigger. So, oh, here we go. Can I shrink you down? Yeah, that actually kind of works out better. Oh, yeah. All right, cool. Whatever. That's what we got. Okay, this is the screen protector. All right, so everything that I need to do now is just get this up and running. So this is a gut session. We are 16 minutes in to doing this. As you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 screws. If I do, I have a screw mat. I have a magnetic screw mat that I could use, but I'm not on that part of the desk that has the screw mat. And what I actually need to do is I need to take this light and I need to be able to hook it over here over top of the other portion of my desk that has the mat on it. And I got ring lights, so I actually don't need the light to come over here. I could do the ring lights over here, and it brightens it up good enough. And it's just, I'll just use this tripod that I have here, this guy that I got with the I got it with the tracking camera that I bought, and this guy does amazing when I need it to do facial tracking if I'm doing something in a stationary way. Like if I'm just going to sit here, it's supposed to track your movements and everything, and one of those gadgets that you see in the TikTok shop, and you're like, oh man, that's cool. And at the time when I was looking at it, it was cool. It was definitely something that I thought I was going to use a lot, and I really haven't been in a position where I could do a lot with it. So, with that being said, we're going to start not answering potential spam. 12:30. Jesus, what were you doing? Oh yeah, we had breakfast and we watched The Last of Us. The Last of Us. That episode was wild as hell, and I'm very sad. And it's going to motivate me to. I think I'm going to stream playing that from the PS5 to Twitch. Just I'm what's called a variety streamer. I play games that I like to play because I like to play them. And when you play in different games, I think it gives people an opportunity to see the versatility in your stream. The only downfall with that is when I have things set up a certain way on Twitch. It's Twitch tells me, hey, you got this, you got X, you got Y, you got Z. You got it set up for Call of Duty. The titles don't match because Restream, and I think I need to go into all these apps, Restream IO, and I think Streamlabs that I'm running. I don't know what I'm running. Oh, Cancel. Why would you even start? Um, oh no, come on. Is this too big? It is too big. I need to go into a smaller screwdriver. Alright, so we are. I forgot what I was talking about. What was that? Tripod, camera, screwdriver. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. And it's charge it to my heart, not my yeah, just charge it to me. I don't care. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. I don't even know where I was at, what I was going with, and I often get distracted because I was listening to something in the background and was like, "Oh yeah, I remember the Lion Guard." So get all the screws out. I start unplugging a bunch of stuff. This frame, I need it, so I gotta be gentle in separating the glass. Right, screwdrivers over there. Um, there we go. Come here, come here. I need the SIM card removal tool, so pop you out. Alright, we are getting into this. I actually need everything out of this frame. We need everything out of this frame. Alright. Am I missing a screw? Did I forget a screw? I do not see. I don't think. Click. And that's the frame. Alright. Cool. Undo you because I know I need to. I'm going to need these because that's the volume rocker. The power button is already out right here, and I think that's the fingerprint reader as well, which is cool. I like when they integrate those things. I definitely need this to come off. The antenna wires need to come off, and what I usually do is take a picture of it, but oh yeah, here we go. So shoot. Cool. Galaxy Z Fold I use to take all my pictures with. I need to be really careful. To make sure that these two guys are doing what they need to do. That's you. Alright, cool. So that's you. You stick to the board. Alright. Undo. Get some tweezers, y'all. There we go. All right. So everything that's here needs to come off. I need to peel this piece up because I think this is the actual display. I need to peel you up and you don't want to come peacefully. So that's fine. I just can't damage this daughter board. A daughter board is the secondary board that's always attached to the motherboard via a ribbon cable or something like that. And most computers have daughter boards. You think the motherboard is the big piece, and the GPU will be considered the daughter board because it's slaved to the motherboard in some way, shape, or form. And I know my terminology is spotty and amateurish at best, and there's professionals out there tearing their head off, tearing their hair out, and like, oh my god, what is he talking about? This guy's a fraud. He's a no. I'm a tech guy that does tech stuff. I find the way to fix the things, and I leave you guys that's writing the professional books to the terminology. Now, I'm not completely ignorant to some of the terminology. I just know that whatever I see, whatever it is that I'm doing, is going to be done a certain way, or I'm going to refer it to in a different way. Oh shite! I need adhesive. Yeah, there's an adhesive tab right here. It's great to say. I don't have any adhesive. Come on, baby, peel off, peel off, peel off, all the way. All right, all right. So, come on, baby, peel off, peel off, peel off. I know what I'm going to do. I need to go through all these apps and make sure that I got. If I need to. One of the greatest episodes of Justice League. Yes. I love that episode. Batman shows his human side by sitting with Ace as she passes away because her brain is having an aneurysm and she can't control anything anymore. And yeah, it was the slickest thing in the world. I love that episode. Very sad episode, but it showed Batman being human. All right, so here we are. This is what we were talking about with the battery. Um, I think I'm gonna leave the battery as last and see if I can't get this motherboard out without incident or problems. One camera is pinned underneath, the other two are pinned on the top. Other three, because the selfie cam is pinned on the top as well. I'm going to try to pull all these cameras out, everything, the whole board out, and it's just a contact pad for the volume rocker, which is fine. The motherboard is coming out with no problem. Bless you. And I am not going to sit it down yet. I'm going to sit you right here, my guy, because I need to get you off here, pads. Oh, wait. Hold the phone, folks. We may not need to because the new phone comes with its own volume rocker. Ha ha ha. So, only thing we got to do is fight with the battery. And I don't think it's going to be. Oh, nope, nope, nope. That's a lie. I got to get the speaker out. Come on, speaker. We are completely evacuating the phone. You are one of the last few pieces to come along. Come on, there you go. Pop right out there, buddy. Yeah. Yeesh. I can only do but so much. with cleaning and dusting of components. So when I can, I'll try to. Uh, 3-in-1 vacuum, sucks and blows. Has this little attachment here, and this guy sticks him in the back. Give it a quick blow. Try to clear off any debris that's stuck in the little vent. It might be earwax. It might not be. I don't know. I don't care. It's not my concern. My concern is to make sure I put the speaker in right side up into the new phone housing. So that's there. I don't have to move the volume rocker. I do have to clear these pads off, and this space right here is for the SIM card. So take your little tweezers, pop that off. Huh? There you go. Alright. I need you to just peel off, bro. I don't want to fight you. I don't want to abuse you in any way. I just need you to peel up. So now I got to use a little bit of manipulation here. Come on. Come on, baby. Little ASMR for y'all. Like that, huh? Alright, cool. That was pretty wicked. That pulled out. There's no battery holder downer thingy like that here, and I don't know if I'm going to actually have to repair this phone again, but what I can do is try to pull this out, and it came right off. So guess what, we are going to have to just do this way, and we're going to leave the pull out tab there. This film, I could, you know what, shit, let me see if I can just stick it down here. Come on. Yeah, buddy. All right, sweet. So, come on. That is crazy. All right, so drop you down in here. I put the edges, the dotted lines there. Drop you down in here. All right, cool. All right, that's that. Motherboard. Drop you in. Don't have to do nothing fancy. Don't have to do anything crazy. Hold the phone. This. There we go. Okay, so let me pull out the motherboard, and I don't think I actually have this filter thingy in here. There, drop you down in there, drop you down there, get in there. Hmm. Is that? Over. Victor Freeze. Full. Freeze. It's actually Dr. Freeze, but we're not even going to get into the semantics of that. I don't know if y'all can hear the background. The missus is watching Watch Mojo, and she's talking about different episodes that really made an impact that shouldn't have been tear jerkers for a cartoon. Had a Rick and Morty episode. I've never watched Rick and Morty all the way through. I probably should. I identify with a lot of references that I see in social media, but yeah, Rick and Morty was one of those wild Adult Swim cartoons. All right, so what do we have here? We have everything. Yeah, everything's in here. Nope, I don't have the black screw for the motherboard. Boom. So, uh, technically, I should be trying to power this on before I bolt everything back down, screw everything back into place, and let's see. It probably will work. I don't know. Let's give it a try. Oh, shit. There it is. Look at that. All one piece construction. The frame. Is it dead? No, it's at 3%, so I'll probably need to be charging this guy. Let's give it some juice while we finish up the rest of it. I think my issue is going to be the fact that I need to put an adhesive frame around this, and there was not one included in here. I don't think it was. Just going back into this box. That's the glass screen protector. This is the dust stuff. Yeah. Alright, so we gotta get creative with the adhesive. I have adhesive I can use. I can use some B7000, but it's a universal glue. I don't think I want to stick it down that much. I do have, however, some adhesive tabs. I have, oh wait, I have a whole roll. Alright, what we got? We got battery screen stuff that I could use. Or I could use this guy. Yeah, I think this is going to be where we can just go around the edge of the frame. What we got to get is our handy dandy little itty bitty teeny weeny. Yeah, this is going to be a problem because one of my tools is behind the green screen. So you want to peek behind the green screen briefly. There we go. Oh no, I didn't. Yeah. All right, cool. So little snips. Get this going on. Click, 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 click down. I guess I can go ahead and start screwing in the rest of these screws. And I guess the questions that come up when you decide you want to do something to edutain people, educate and entertain, is why? Why did I decide to get up today and do this? Well, my decision stems from last night's discovery. Like I said, the reason that you get to see my head and my hands at the same time now is because I made a discovery, Midnight Man, on YouTube while I was about to go to bed, and watched his video of how he set up his Streamlabs. He's using Streamlabs, OBS Streamlabs. They're the same program. It's just one's under one banner, one's under another. OBS is just a straightforward, the non-jazzed up version of Streamlabs. So what it does is it gives you the opportunity to do this, stream or record your work to make content. And I literally, Google is your friend. Google will help you in a pinch. Google will help you in a clutch. Google, if you know how to use it, is a very good tool. I just Googled use iPhone as a camera in OBS. With my previous knowledge of how to different set up different things. Oh yeah, this is overhead. Okay, I was gonna say set up different scenes and sources. I was able to find the source for my iPhone. Actually, let me go to full screen and y'all can. Nope, that's me. Oh, overhead, and I'm going to click full screen because I need to be able to. You know what? No, full screen is right. Go ahead. Um, there we go. Now the green screen. You can see this little guy right here. It's massive. It's from there, and it's sitting. Well, it was sitting. I have it leaning against another piece of on my left. Your right. You can see on the screen. But that green screen is what I use to put my face. And once I cropped it and everything, and I get back to the overhead, you see and I think I need to change. No, I don't. I mean, I can change the audio input so that the microphone isn't slave to the camera, because my microphone is right here on my left, and it's not a slave. It's not its own entity in this, and that's probably what I need to do. And I'll probably get changing that later on. But right now, I got it slaved so that every time you use the Brio camera that I have, the microphone, instead of using the Brio's microphones, I'm using the on microphone that I have from Walmart. It's a pretty decent microphone. It's inexpensive. It has the functionality of being able to block out sounds. And if I set it properly and set it up correctly, I actually have the capability to do what I need to do with my audio. And the only thing you should be hearing is me, except when I get quiet, and then you'll hear the background. And if the background is loud or something goes on within a certain vicinity of me, then yeah, you're gonna get that feedback, that sound feedback, the throwback from that. Um, wait, that's that. Uh, Tape. Get this tape running along the frame on the inside. Yeah, the Rugrats. Chucky don't have a mommy. All right. And these scissors, I don't remember why I got these scissors. Yes, I do. I got it because I was working on an iPhone and I needed to be able to trim this tape. It is supposedly very precision tape, very specifically precision uh, scissors, and almost like surgical. But I think I've dulled them. I need to cut up some aluminum foil to sharpen them. Yes, I know. I just said something really old, but it's a tried and true method in sharpening scissors. If you cut aluminum foil or some kind of metal, it'll iron sharpens iron. So the same holds true to other properties of metal sharpening, especially with scissors, because you need to be able to use them. All right. So all right, that is done. Use the tweezers to pull up the adhesive, and then we're gonna slap the back on this phone, and this repair is gonna be done. Um, Most repairs don't take an hour. I'm not usually easily distracted, and most of the time I'm quiet. But for this one, I wanted to make sure that you understood why I did this repair the way I'm doing it now, and showing off my new visual prowess, and like, oh man, this is cool. So as long as this adhesive don't fight me, it'll be very easy to finish up, close up, and send this phone on its way back to its master. Um, like I said, you want help with your tech, you can go to bakerstechnology.com, fill out the get in touch form, and it'll send me an email saying you requesting my help. I am a technology consultant. I've been doing this since forever. If I could take it apart, I could find a way to repair it or replace the items that's in it, especially if it's not working the way you got it. And that's what most, refurbished shops or computer shops try to do. If they're not trying to just straight up sell you inventory, true repair shops can do the repair quickly and cost effectively. And that's what we want to do for most people. And that's why I say I'm just here to help you, the consumer. Keep your tech out of the landfill if we can. If it's unavoidable, then we find humane ways to recycle it. Like if you decide you want to upgrade your computer, but you don't want your old computer anymore, I'll take your old computer. I'll find a way to refurbish it and make it useful for somebody that doesn't have anything, and I'll just give it to them. I've done it before. I've done it in the past. I have a couple of computers now that are probably ready to go out the door. I think they need a battery or something, but it's one of those things that I can actually do this because I don't mind helping out some kids, even though kids have the best phones, they don't necessarily have the best computers. Um, so, yeah, that's the big thing about what I'm doing here. Okay, yeah. What's going on here? Outside of that, I think we are done with this repair. I'm going to pop this back on in place. The adhesive is sticking the way it's supposed to, but I think these lenses, that is the trick. There we go. Get down. You're down. You're down. You're down. And you are down. Cool. All right. And we are done. Ooh, nice rifle. Cool. All right. Slide your SIM card back in there, and we are 5x5, guys. Thanks a ton for watching and hanging out with me. This is your man, BMO Rockason 187, the old man gamer for Baker's Technology. And I am out.